Hi everyone. You may not realize it because we're in our bee suits, but this is Frankie-Lou.
And Angus.
And we're here today.
And all the bees.
And all our bees. We're here to talk to you today about one of our favorite parts about the homestead, which is our beehive.
Yeah, bees!
We actually waited a long time before we could get our bees because it was very difficult to secure a nuke, which is 3 cells with, well, 3 frames with a queen and all of her nucleus of her retinue of larvae and worker bees. So we have had these bees now for almost a year, and they have survived the winter, which we're ecstatic about. And yeah, so we're taking good care of them. You can't tell right now, but we still do have lots of snow around here, so we haven't had any dandelions yet. And we do have lots of bees, though. They're very, very busy. So we are feeding the bees right now.
Yeah.
We're actually feeding them a mixture of sugar water, and we also give them pollen patties, and that's for the larvae. Okay, so if you're considering bees, why would you want to have bees? Well, we have reasons that we do it. Number one is we want to help the bee population. While honeybees are not indigenous to North America, they were brought over when the Europeans came. They are very, very useful for pollinating such a huge proportion of our food crops, and they're delightful. So we want to help them out. So that's one of the reasons we have them. With a big garden the way that we have in our homesteading, it's good to have these worker bees here pollinating our farm for us. And what's the main reason you like having them, Angus?
They make great pets. They also make great honey. They make great wax, and they make something that not a lot of people know about if you're not a beekeeper. Propolis.
Yes.
It's bee glue.
It's like bee glue, yes.
But you can make like a tincture out of it. It's a
good health product, actually. Yeah. If you research it, it's
a little spicy though.
It is a little spicy. They take it from the sap from the trees, and they use it to propolis. They use propolis to glue their frames together and glue the lids onto the frames so that stuff can't break in as easily. But it's great stuff. But one of the main reasons we like having them is we just love them.
Yeah, they're very entertaining.
They're very entertaining. We spend a lot of time just watching them. Right now, one of the reasons we're oriented the way that we are is because we don't want to be in the way of the bee line.
Yeah.
The bees actually, this is their hive right here, and we will actually move the camera down in a minute and open it up so you can take a look. But the bees tend to travel in a really straight line.
Yes, it's south.
And they'll actually, in our case, it's south. And we actually, you can't stand there or you'll get bumped by bees constantly trying to get back into their hive or trying to leave their hive. So, oops. so we're standing out of the way of the bee line right now. Now, if you are considering getting bees, my number one tip for you would be to do it the way we did, was that we got a mentor who actually split a hive and gave us our nuke and our queen, because now we have a relationship with this person who we can call at any time. Because my goodness, the questions that'll come up, I swear to God, that first month I was calling him every day.
Yeah.
And paid him with a lot of eggs and jam and tomato plants so that he would continue to assist us. Because it doesn't matter how much you read. And I do also recommend that you read a lot before you decide to take this on. Having him as our assistant and our helper, and to talk us through our neuroses when we think that they're dying, is been very, very helpful. The other thing, though, that you should do is make sure that you follow the regulations in your area and register your hive. Some areas don't allow bees. We do live on a rural property here, and
we can have bees.
We can have that, but a lot of city areas don't allow it. You can still help bees even if you don't own them, though, by doing some planting, and we will have a whole other video about that at another time. This is going to be a fast one because we don't want to bug the bees too much, and we want to get the work that we have to get done here done before we agitate them too much. We've waited till near the end of the day when it's a little cooler, because even an hour ago they were flying around like crazy, and we don't want to agitate them more than we have to. So today what we're going to do is we're going to feed the bees. Angus is going to show you the first thing that we're feeding them.
Okay, so I have a mixture of sugar and water here.
About a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yep. I use organic sugar.
Yep.
And we got this thing from our mentor. It's like a thing that
pops into the bottom of the hive.
Yep. You can probably make one yourself.
Yep.
So basically what you do to make this is you get a wide mouth jar, you poke 5 holes in them.
And you can see here the sugar water is actually coming through the holes a little bit.
So you put it on.
And now Angus is going to very quickly slide that onto the hive.
So yeah,
I don't think we can.
This goes to the
we
hive.
can't actually show you that part, but we will show you when we open the hive. So he's going to quickly put that on now. That in there. Okay, great. So they're going to start to be happy because we've put that on.
To be happy.
Now the next thing that we're going to do, this is a pollen patty. Okay, so it's a nice mixture that's been created to help the bee larva, them feeding the bee larva. I'm going to move the camera down a bit here, so you won't be able to see us, but you will be able to see the hive a little bit. We're going to open it up.
Yep.
Okay. Now, we're going to not put it right in. Whoa! Holy busy bees. Okay, take it off.
So there's still one in there, kind of?
There's still part of one in here, but as you can see, our bees are very, very busy. We're actually hoping we're going to be able to do an early split on them because they are going
beautiful,
crazy.
Busy bees.
Yeah, they're lovely. We really do love them, but we should put let's put the lid back on before we get them too excited. Okay, Angus, let's focus on getting the lid back on.
Yep.
It's okay, she'll fly back for her hive, don't worry. So we're going to put that lid back on. As you can see, they are very busy eating. Okay, we also have something on the hive right now called a cozy. It's like sometimes you get these for tomatoes too, because it is still cold at night. We won't be taking that cozy off for another couple of weeks probably. So that is our bee colony. We absolutely love them. If you can do it, we always
do it.
Well, it is some work. Okay, like all things here on the homestead, but we've found it extraordinarily rewarding. Angus is a natural born apiist. Later on in the season when it's a little warmer and safe to do so, we'll open up the hive right up and he goes right in and pulls out the frames, and that's always very entertaining to watch. But as you can see, these bees are actually really gentle. They're not even landing on us.
Yeah.
We've got oh
no, I got 2 stingers on me.
That's okay. So so the bees are actually quite gentle. They're not agitated more than you would expect them to be. Like, they're not zipping around like crazy right now. You can tell when they're in a bad mood, and they're not right now. But we hope you enjoy this. We will be demonstrating more work with the bees as it goes along. As I said, this is a short one today because we don't want to agitate them too much. But please feel free to send us questions if you like, or comments. And also let us know on our YouTube channel what other things you'd like to see us talk about, because we got a lot of stuff going on here at the homestead, and we'd be happy to share all that with you. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.